Good afternoon and welcome to the North Rose-Wolcott Board of Education meeting. We're here at the Wayne County BOCES Center in Williamson, New York this afternoon. We've had a tour of many of the programs here, and we're now having our Board of Education meeting here. We have already opened the meeting and had our Pledge of Allegiance, and we're now ready to approve the agenda. A motion, please, to approve the agenda. Leslie and Shelley. Any discussion? All in favor of approving the agenda? Motion is carried. Tina, is there anyone for public access here today?
No.
All right, thank you. We'll move on to the consent agenda. A motion, please, to approve the consent agenda. Linda and Travis, is there any discussion? All in favor of approving the consent agenda? Motion is carried. On page 6, 3 of them, on page 3, number 4, on policies. We have policies that are in their second read. Motion, please, to approve policies.
Actually, Cinda,
Yes.
we want to pull 74.
All right, can I get the motion in first and then we'll.
Absolutely.
All right, a motion to approve as the written on the agenda. Tina and Linda. Now is there discussion?
There we go.
And Shelley?
We would like to pull 7450. We really don't want to delete this any longer. So we will bring it back to the board.
All right,
Probably next week.
so we're pulling number 7450, student voter registration and pre-registration. Please remove that agendas. Is there any other? Pardon?
Because it's required. The reason, other than that.
We actually have been working with the Wayne County Board of Elections to get our students registered in their government classes as well. So last fall, in the fall of 24, we met with the Board of Elections and we brought back a bunch of ballots and voter registration packets for students that were going to be of age to vote in the fall, and then also students that wanted to register and really even did it when they were 17, so that by the time they turned 18, they were good to go, and we'll continue to do that. So.
And they also do that for driver's license?
With respect to, there is a component that you sign off on when you go to the DMV that signs you up for registration, yes.
Is there any other discussion on the policy? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the policies as revised? Motion is carried. Do any board members have any requests, comments, or discussion items to bring before the board today? Linda?
I know we talked about it was approved for the bicentennial for the 4 townships, but we need to get some dates in place. Yes, for the committee that's doing the organizational things that go about the district facilities.
Yeah,
So,
we still haven't approved the calendar. That's what we're waiting on. So I have a first draft of a proposed 25-26 academic calendar They gave it to me the other day, so I've got to look at that and then bring it. Once we solidify that, then I can get back to you. Administratively, we have a few administrators that have volunteered to kind of start working with that committee to kind of take on some of the roles because in addition to the bicentennial, there's a hope and a thought from some of the administrators to think about tying a science fair to that as well. To talk about the first 200 years and then also to think about the next 200 years. So there was a lot of excitement from a few particular administrators that really think that the jamboree type approach will really be something to bring community members in and then also speak to where we're headed. So thank you. As soon as I get that calendar to the board and get the calendar approved for next year, we certainly can give that to you. And I anticipate to see a draft at my Friday update as to what the calendar looks like for next year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Then we'll move on to good news. Does anyone have anything in particular they want to share today?
I did notice it was in the paper, JJ Wadak is on the dean's list. Rhode Island, something, I don't remember what it was about, cut it out of the paper. I just thought it's nice that sometimes you notice in the paper, notes kids who are still achieving or at their second grade.
Would remind board members of the high school musical. That is Friday, Saturday. Well, John?
Our combined ski teams did well, girls especially, but they came in second to Pittsburgh or something in the States. Whatever. Our junior, our young lady who's a junior in high school did well. Was slalom champion.
She's amazing, isn't she?
And I gotta say, for good news, is our tour today, seeing those kids, young men and women, who were interested in what they were learning. And you could see, we were talking about it afterward, the carrot in front of their noses are, they're learning something that they know will be a professional advantage to them. Lead to a whole lifelong profession for family and their income and when I was overhearing some of the things, it sounded like it was really high powered and important in those kinds of occupations that they're going to go into. So I appreciate going on this tour.
Anyone else? At this time, the board needs to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing the employment history of a specific employee. To those of you who are out there, we will be signing off to go into executive session. And when we're done, we will be adjourning. So when we come back to public session. We're on.
But I need a motion still.
A motion, please, to go into executive session. John?
And Shelley.
Any discussion? All in favor? Motion is carried.
Let's has a record of the.
Yeah, Lisa just joined. She was able to finally get in with the access code. So that one will go into executive session. Bye, Lisa.